Yes, my audio is already okay, huh? I hope so. Yeah, so good morning everyone. I'm here in my backyard. Uh, I'm about to break my 2.5 day fast. Almost is actually if I eat this evening, it's gonna be 3 days fasting. But I decided to eat now because it's Sunday. So Sunday we go to church and we fellowship with my community. And we eat together, and it's very hello. I hope my audio is already okay, right? Let me know. So it's Sunday, and yeah, it's very nice to eat together with our community. So as we fellowship. So that's why I break my fast today. So actually, I do at least once a day fasting a week, and every 3 months I do 3 day fasting, and once a year I do 7 day fasting. So both for spiritual and physical purposes. So it's fasting is really good for our health, especially dry fasting. So as what I'm explaining yesterday, dry fasting is really very beneficial to our health. Although I'm not recommending this to everyone because it's tough. It's one of the quickest way to recycle, to repair yourself. You imagine yourself as like a car, you know. When the car is getting old, there's a lot of repairs, and you have to have a good maintenance, change oil, change this and that, you know, transmission oil, and not only the oils but other parts. Okay, so fasting is one way or best way to repair yourself, to recycle your your cells, the old proteins, uh, the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, the house in the cell, in our cell there's a lot of mitochondria. The reason why we have energy is because of the mitochondria. But if your mitochondria is not functioning well, even though you eat so much, you are not getting the energy from the food you eat because the engine is dysfunction. It cannot process uh, the right energy that you need, especially when you're getting old. I'm 56 now, and as you get old, I have a lot of friends who are at the age of 50 or 40, and they already experience aches and pains in their body. You know, so especially when you get old, fasting is for me is very very important because you have to prepare yourself every time. You know, so our cells have expiration, and it's just like I like the comparison of Ben Agassi about a refrigerator. Just like when you buy a lot of stuff, put in your fridge, and after 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, they expire. They cannot stay there for long. And then you buy new groceries. Do you just put all the groceries inside the new ones together with the old ones there? No, right? You have to remove the old ones and put the new ones, right? So that's supposed to be, you know. But when the old ones are still there and then you put the new ones, what happened? The new ones get affected. Okay? That's why that's what happened to our body. The old stuff are still there, and we create diseases because we cannot repair our body. We cannot get rid of the old stuff. Of course, there's what we call apoptosis, where when the cells is no longer functioning properly, it will die itself. But it's not totally, you know. So once you uh, do fasting, all your energy will cease from always digesting the food you eat and concentrate on looking at things in your body that is not functioning well. Old proteins, the cells that is not functioning well, it helps to uh, repair itself. You know, we call it autophagy. Autophagy is self-eating, where your body will eat all these old proteins and use it for your energy. You know, and so when you do at least 1 day fasting, 2 days, you know, you deplete all the glucose and ketones from your cells, you know, from the liver, and if you run out, you start making use of your fats, especially the fats in your stomach, you know, especially the visceral fats. Visceral fats are really bad, okay? So you make use of them. Jean Martinez, thank you for coming. So that's why very important to do fasting, you know. That's the only time that you can get rid of all those uh, bad fats in there. And also you recycle your cells, especially the mitochondria. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. You know? They call it mitophagy. You know, so mitochondria is like the engine in your body. You know, so that the engine will run well, you have to, you know, repair the dysfunctional engine, the mitochondria, so that you can make use of the energy well in your body. So it's very, very important. So fasting is really very important. You know? Of course, I don't encourage you to do fasting right away. You know? If you do that, if you're still using food and starches for your immediate energy, for your energy, it's so hard to fast. No, I'm talking about uh, adapting your body into fats. You know, if you're still sugar addicted or sugar adapted, what I mean by sugar adapted is mostly your energy is coming from food, from rice, from bread, from, you know, mostly carb. You know, if you're eating, you know, 60% or 70% carb and 30% fats, it's tough to fast, you know, because when you, if carb is mostly your source of energy, you easily get uh, hungry. And then when you fast, what happened? It's so tough, you know. 1 day already, actually before when I do, 1 day is even very tough to fast for 1 day. And I even vomit, you know. It's tough, you know, because uh, mostly my energy is coming from carbs. I eat rice in the morning, rice in the lunch, rice in the evening, you know. And I eat bread, you know. In Philippines, when I apprentice into a mechanic a shop, you know. Aside from breakfast at 10 o'clock, oh, let's take a break and have snacks, merienda, tawag natin doon sa Pilipinas. And then I'm talking about fasting, June Martinez, you know. And then Jessica Okeos, hi, how are you? Thank you for coming. I got no friends. Oh, you got no friends? Oh, thank you for coming. Yeah, we can become friends here. Uh, Actually, I really want to relate to you, my friends, mostly. And if you can, we can communicate through email or through messages. I have also my Facebook account. You can message me there. Just type Thomas Sagayo, you know. And yeah, I'm promoting a community, either online or offline. You know? So community is very important. We need to create community. We need to develop a place where we can help each other. So that's what actually I really want in my channel. This time I'm just doing uh, my live because I'm about to break my fast, and I'm just telling the importance of fasting, because we have to fast every day. It's very, very, no, not every day. We have to fast once in a while. Actually, I did intermittent fasting every day, 2 meals a day. And for me, it's very good for the health. But breaking your fast is also important. The dose that you eat is also important. But that's not the only important thing for you to enjoy life. Community is also very important. Having a community where you can trust each other is also very important. That's very, very important for the health. Okay, I gonna talk about that later on, but I just want to share about because I'm breaking my fast, and I just want to share about my fasting. So I'm breaking my fast. 2 days is not that much, so this one is ground beef. It's actually organic ground beef. I bought it in Costco with organic carrots and organic broccoli. And these ones, these plants is growing in my backyard, and I get irritated because every time I plant pechay or lettuce, it grows also. And I got irritated. I keep removing them. But after some time, after reading, I forgot how they call this one. These ones, it's edible. It's very, very nutritious also. So I don't take them anymore, even though they're growing some anywhere. So I just harvest and I eat them. I think this is the real organic for me, because I know, no pesticide, nothing, and it grows in my backyard. Because sometimes, even though they say it's organic, but you don't really know if it's organic. So I'm talking about dry fasting, my friend. Jeshuda Okos. Yeah. Yeah, can we talk? Yeah, of course. I hope I can see you if you can be my friends also in Facebook. So because I sometimes go live also in Facebook, not only in YouTube. So I'm breaking my fast, and I'm just sharing the importance of fasting. So yeah, and it's very, very good for the health. And as what I'm saying, our cells has a expiration, and once that expiration comes and it did not kill itself, we call it apoptosis. They become zombie cells. And the body has no time to recycle, to repair itself if we keep eating 3 days, 4 days, three meals, 4 meals a day. Sometimes snacks in between. So it's tough for your body to recycle itself. So it's very important that we have to fast once in a while. So yeah, I'm about to eat, and okay, it's time for you to talk. If you want to talk, if you want to share while I'm eating. Amen. I just pray a little bit. Mmm. 2.5 day fast is not that big deal to me. So I'm breaking my fast with soup, with ground beef, and vegetables, organic vegetables. Where are you from, my friend? You see the... Where are you from, my friends? Yusila Okios. So it's time to talk while I'm eating. So I just break my fast. I love to be in my backyard, around these trees. Because trees also have, we call it phytoncides. It breathes something that helps strengthen our immune system, you know, the killer cell of our body. Good morning, everyone. I'm talking a while ago, sharing about, today that I just broke my fast. Yesterday I did a 2-day dry fasting. Just drink water yesterday. Now I break my fast. Now I start to eat food today. Almost 3 days fasting. So let's talk, my friend. Whoever coming, you can talk. We can talk. It's time to share, my friends. Ask me any questions. While I'm breaking my fast. It's beautiful to eat. You appreciate food, even grass. You can eat grass if you don't eat for many days. Even grass you can eat. You know. Sometimes we don't appreciate food because we have abundance of food. We can eat anytime. That's why it's good to fast once in a while. Not just to appreciate food, but it's also good for the health. You know, if you don't fast, you don't repair yourself. You don't recycle the old potential damaged cells in your body, and that's why we get sick. So I really recommend to do fasting once in a while. Dr. Ekberg said, Also, if we eat at least 80 to 100% coming from nature. Once it's processed or ultra processed, they are no longer food. And so when you go to the market, to the grocery, go to the section where the food are put in cans or in bags, they are processed. When you read the ingredients, actually, it has 7, 10, 30 ingredients, 40 ingredients that you cannot even understand. Don't buy those. You know, it's bad for your health. They are not food. They are products. You know. So if you want to restore your health, at least eat food from nature. Be in nature. You know, spend a little time with nature. Fast once in a while. That's the best way to take care of your health. Of course, aside from exercise and creating a community is also very important, where you can build trust. If you don't have community, just like our friend here, Jasula Ocasios, he said, he or she, I don't know, are you a man? Yeah. Message me. We can involve you in our community. Community is very, very important for your health too. Community where you have relationship with, you know. Even though you're eating healthy, you're exercising, if you have no friends, that's really bad. That's bad for the health, actually. We don't just live, you know, live with a purpose. And if you enjoy life, if you want to enjoy life, take care of your physical body, you know. I remember when my mother is 8 years old, and I told her that, I don't know much about health. I just know about just exercise so that you can live to 100. He said, oh, I don't like to live 100 anymore, you know. Why? Because she is in pain every day. If she live for 100, she will have another 20 years of, experiencing pain. So why is she experiencing pain? She did not take care of herself, when she was young. So if you live 100, but you're in pain, there's no, even though you have purpose, you want to do a lot of things. If you're in pain, it's so difficult to live that way. So if you have great purpose in life, you still have many things you want to do in life, then you have to take care of yourself. You have to do a lot of things that is not against your body. You know, if you eat 50% from nature and 50% from ultra processed food, the body can hardly process that one. The body cannot deal with this food that has 37, ingredients. These are very damaging to the body. So, of course, I'm not saying, completely 100%. Of course, if you can do that, that's good. But I myself, honestly, once in a while, I eat ice cream. I eat cake during birthdays. I eat bread too, Sometimes my wife bring a lot of stuff, put in a table. It's so tempting, If you live in this country, America, you can eat a lot. So many stimulation around. You can eat anything. But, if you don't have control, you damage your body. You cannot enjoy life. Life is a gift. We need to enjoy it. But if you're in pain, if you're suffering, even though you're living, and medications here and there, sometimes people said, "Oh, anyway, I can eat this one. Anyway, I have medicine anyway." No, medicine. Actually, Dr. Robert C. Holt is working in an ICU. He said that all medication have side effects, but they do it to save the lives of people temporarily. But the real healing is there outside, how they deal with the way they eat, the food they eat, the exercise, sunrise, yes, this so-called New Start. New Start means nutrition. E stands for exercise. W stands for water. You promote a hot and cold shower, not only drinking, water. New Start. S is sun. We need sun. At least 20 to 30 minutes a day, especially in the morning. You have to experience sun. T starts with I forgot that T. R stands for rest. Many of us are sleeping 3-4 hours a day, and it's not enough for your body to recover. R. E stands for I forgot E. New start. A is air. R is rest, and T is trust. The last is trust. Trust is where you have community, where you can have relationship with, have give and take relationship with. So I have my online community, but I have my physical community, which is more important. So online community is not, it doesn't mean it's not important. It's still good, but when you see people face to face, communicating each other is even better. So my goal in my channel is to build community. So I want to talk to you more, my friends. Please message me. I have my email there in my channel, and also I have my Facebook. You can message me, and I want to build community through online relationship. I also eat avocado to break my fast. This is not a big deal, when you break your fast for 3 days, but for 5 days, I need to take a little break. This is not that ripe. I need to, when you 5 days or more, at least the first time I eat is just soup, and then about an hour, then I eat a little solid food. But this is just 2.5 days, so I already ate solid food with soup and avocado. Avocado is also soft. But for first time people who fast, maybe you have to eat real soft food, because if you introduce food right away in your body, the body might have hard time, dealing with it. So if you don't eat for few days, the first refeeding is very important. The first food you eat is very important, because if you eat right away some carb or something is no good. Yeah, it's because I tell you, when you do fast, you get rid of the old parts, right? And then when you refeed, you replace those parts. And what kind of parts you gonna use? parts supposed to be are coming from the good parts. It's not. It's like when you have your car and you buy you get rid of the old parts and you buy new parts. You buy from made in China or low quality, and then it breaks down again after some time. So replace the parts with the good quality. So eating the right food to replace the parts from your body is very important. So refeeding is very important. So when I do refeeding, yeah, I drink the soup from uh, bone broth is good to break your fast. And then after that, introduce soft food. You know, so for me, this is considered soft food. Avocado, the vegetable, you know. Also, eggs. So that's how you break your fast. Before I regularly upload, at this time, editing for me is really time consuming. YouTube is just a pastime for me, so, but I want to build community even through YouTube. So it's not really for me to make money through YouTube. If I make money, I really spend most of my time here. All right, my friend, let me know if you have questions while I'm eating. You have no more question, then yeah. Just send me some comments or anything there. If you have question, if you want to have some friends, let's chat. I want to build a community online. So feel free to message me. All right, my friend? That's it for today, huh? I need to continue eating more. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for coming. So let's talk again tomorrow. Okay.